Knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box, knock him out the box, Glaze. Knock him out the box. Who you know more realer? Stories with more thriller. Spit real facts, who you know more chiller.
Just when I thought I was at peace, they dragged me back in. I just listened to an interview that is on YouTube.
Glaze from Brooklyn, you know they surround me, you know all that. I'm like, oh man, so baby born Preem bro was there one day, like, yo, what's up? I'm like, yo, come on, we leaving. Right. This but Prince like, yo, nigga, I'm coming home, Bell, wait. I'm like, no, nigga, this nigga, we gotta do this down. I might not be when you get home. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying?
James Bimmy Antney made a bold statement. Glaze from Brooklyn surrounded me. First of all, Bimmy is a liar. The first time I met him, it was him and Black Justice. I was in the game room on 150 and 107 in South Jamaica Queens when they came around to see who was this guy in Brooklyn, Glaze, that cat brung around. I didn't pay them no mind. The very next evening, Black Justice and Bimmy came back to the block. This time, they brung a fellow Brooklynite, Redbug from Nostrand Avenue. Keep in mind, I haven't seen Redbug since 1981 on Rikers Island when we was kids, when him and his partner at the time, the late Darryl Bond, aka Homicide, was fighting the case. Now, 6 years later, we are in South Jamaica Queens when Redbug approached me, yelling at the top of his lung, Glaze! As we embraced and we started talking, all of a sudden, he asked me this question. How many bodies do you have now? I look at him and I told him, Redbug, I'll catch you later. I had to laugh because this shit was hilarious. These soft-ass dudes brought Redbug out here, I guess to let me know that they knew someone from Brooklyn. That's some crazy shit. That's some sucker shit. That's what girls do. I would have surrounded Bimmy as he say. Trust me when I say he would have been singing that New Edition song. Is this the end? The Round Table was a brotherhood. The member are in this exact order: Cat, Pap, Preem, Prince, myself, and Bug Out. No one else. It's strange how Bimmy talked about being a boss, making so much money. When I was around, he was a worker. And if he was making so much money at the time when both Preem and Prince was in jail, why was I giving on a daily basis money to Bimmy's supposed to be sister-in-law, Suzette, which is Prince's wife, on behalf of Prince, when Bimmy was supposed to be making so much money? You know, for the life of me, I can't get it. I can't understand it. Always remember what eventually is in the dark will come to light. It's no question. A liar gonna be a liar regardless of what, but the truth will always come out. Follow me on Instagram at Brian Glaze Gibbs.
687, they kicked me off Rikers Island. So we do not want this brother on Rikers Island because he was a menace. Because to me, back then, I'm on Rikers Island. I don't got no bail. I'm facing 2 murders, kidnapping, weapon charges. Guess what happened? Now I'm a menace. Because anybody got in my way, I would try to kill him. I would stab them in their neck with an ink pen. It doesn't matter. What happened is, being in there, you breed. They breed what? They breed worse criminals. So you know what? Being in there and having a reputation, and I remember being in Brooklyn House at the time in 1986, me and Pappy Mason, we developed a good relationship. Right. We became hell of a friends or whatever.
He came to my house one day, he like, to my mom, he said, Miss Marlene, he said, yeah, my name is Eminem now. So like, my mom like, what's Eminem? He said, money and murder.
Like the way we used to come out in the building, everybody strapped. We got 3-4 guys this way, 3-4 guys that way. We got our guns out. When we used to come out the apartment or whatever, guess what? There was no such thing as a defense for the element of surprise. We was always prepared. Bulletproof vest, Uzi, 45, 9mm, we was ready to go.
By the mid to late 80s, Brian had associated himself with probably the most ruthless and notorious cocaine crack enterprise in the city, that being Howard Pappy Mason and Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols.
NYPD rookie police officer was murdered, executioner style. And as I'm listening to that, I'm like, whoa. And when they say where it happened at 107 in Inwood, I'm like, oh man.
That badge. That was given to me by a police officer in New York called Matt Byrne, whose son was gunned down by these drug dealers up there in New York City.
While police were guarding our June last month, assassins shot to death police officer Edward Byrne.
By virtue of his position with that organization and his reputation, it was the consensus of opinion at first, after the Byrne murder, that Brian Glaze Gibbs, and only Brian Glaze Gibbs, was capable of pulling something off like this.
He definitely had some cats that was quick to pull the trigger and will pull the trigger in a heartbeat. And he had some thinkers around him also.
G was going around like his business mainly is trying to network with individuals that was strong and recruiting all the little, niggas from the hood that, that's shooters, you know what I'm saying? And he mainly put a little nice crew together,
Glaze was probably within the top 10 people in the city, but I'm going to say that he was probably one of the top 2 or 3 in Brooklyn. Drug dealers and controlled the drug organization. Everybody knew who he was, and most people feared Glaze.
When they threw that fucking firebomb through the house, they started a war. And right now, if it wasn't for him stopping me, everybody that was responsible for it, they'd have lost somebody, more than somebody. They lost a fucking whole generation that day.
I can remember that call, April 1988, and the information that I was getting, how one of the guys that used to be around us was more or less betraying me. And you know what I did? When I got the phone, I told my man, the next time we see him, he's out of here. Yeah. Less than 12 hours, that nigga was dead. When I got back to New York, you know what happened, man?
What?
I sat down with my crew, and I'm saying, who am I to say who lived or who died?
Come to Georgetown for R&B Sunday